Longhorns, and welcome to another episode of Longhorn Culture. Today we have our head coach of the boys soccer team, who's also our assistant coach of cross country. Welcome to Cedar Hill High School, Coach Coachvaca. I want to say congratulations and welcome to Cedar Hill High School.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
I love that. All right, so tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I have been coaching I'm going into my 10th year. Started out in Everman, the Everman ISD district. Coached there for 4 years. I've been all around Texas. Went down to Houston for a little bit, for a year, and then got a little bit of that experience in that 6A division. I went from 5A to 6A, and then made my way back over here. My wife and I started having a family. We got pregnant when we were down there. Decided to come back closer to family. So that's what brought us back to the DFW like 3 years ago. It's been more than that now. It's been like 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
So then I was at Sam Houston Arlington for a while. So when I was there, we went to the 5th round, which makes it the semifinal for regionals. So
that's impressive.
we went pretty deep that year. So it was nice to coach under, his name's Joey Rodriguez. Great coach, learned a lot from him. Learned how to grow a program. So a lot of the things that I do are kind of based on what he did. So one of the things that I really like to do is making the guys do cross country during the off season. Help them grow a little bit in that stamina area.
Right.
And then from Sam Houston, I picked up my first head coaching job at Ranchview in the Carrollton Farmers Branch ISD district. It was great to take up that first head boys job, head boys soccer job, getting that experience, managing your own program, growing your program. When I first got there, it was only one team, and by my 3rd year there, we had a JV team, so that was nice. Helped out with the development and the growth of the players. So that's kind of a little bit of my coaching career so far. So I'm glad to be here.
Right, I love it. So with all the experience that you have, what's some of your coaching philosophy? What have you developed over the years?
Over the years, when you first go into coaching, you really focus a lot on what's going on in the game, on the field.
Right.
But as the years have gone by, it really has changed. It's about coaching the complete student athlete.
Right.
It's not just about X's and O's. You got to teach these kids responsibility.
Definitely.
Getting to practice on time.
Right.
When it comes to game days, there's a certain routine you got to follow. So just structure, routine, discipline. That's definitely high up there in my coaching philosophy.
I love that. That definitely aligns with some of our Cedar Hill values. So we're glad to have you. What are some of your goals going into the season? So I know first you have cross country, and then you'll transition into soccer. So if you could touch a little bit on both of those.
I'll start out with cross country. So like I mentioned a little bit ago, I'm having my boys soccer team train with the cross country team. So I'm guessing a couple of my guys are going to be fast enough to run on the team. Within the last 2 weeks, I've already seen a couple of my guys because we've been doing workouts for cross country, that can run, that I feel can run in the meets, that are fast enough.
Right.
So that, honestly, with cross country, it's going to help me gauge a little bit of who's going to be able to play a whole 80 minutes.
Right.
Because that's how long our games are. So it's going to be a nice gauge for that. And then those players that are not fast enough, at least they're getting a little more conditioned, getting a little faster. It'll help them get into shape right before season starts. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Looking at cross country's last year's results, it looks like we have a lot to improve. So the only way we got to go is up now, because we can't go any lower. So my hope is that we can get someone into regionals and actually have somewhere to go.
Definitely.
In what I guess the way you call the postseason. So that's kind of my goal. Can we get someone into regionals? Because getting the whole team is going to be hard.
Definitely.
Yeah. So that's kind of the goal for cross country. Looking forward into the soccer season. Again, looking at last year, it was a tough season. A lot of downs. So again, the only way we got from there is to go up. So what I'm shooting for is is to be able to fight for that 4 seed going into the playoffs.
Right.
That's what we're going to shoot for realistically. I mean, obviously, as a coach, as a player, anytime you're competing, you're always shooting to win a district or to win a championship.
Right.
But realistically, looking at the teams that are in our district, I think if we were to fight for that 4 seed and be in it in those last 2 weeks of district, I think that would be a good position to be in.
Definitely. All right, so as we wrap up this week's episode, do you have any last remarks for us?
Yeah, definitely. I did want everyone to know that one of the reasons that I came here was because I live in Cedar Hill. I'm so glad to be in a place where I can come in and help out the community, grow the game of soccer, grow our athletes, you know, help them become better individuals. So, you know, before, you know, traveling 35, 40 minutes and getting to school and then realizing, yeah, it's great to help people in general.
Right.
But this isn't my community.
Yeah.
And now that I'm in my community, it's very, very special.
Love that.
Yeah.
Well, again, we are so very glad to have you here at Cedar Hill High School. I wish you the best in this upcoming season.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Until next time. So, our boys head soccer. His name is, I always say Longhorn culture, mess.